Hi, this is my response to Module 4, Sexual Identity. The questions are, Kimmel and Plante discuss sexuality as a means of constructing our identities and how we socially interact. What do you think this means? In what other ways does our gender or race and ethnicity impact our sexualities? And what ways do we see sexual identities today? I said, I think this means how typically there is an unspoken way to act in the social world, but also the unspoken way we act based around our sexual identities, such as the clothes we wear, pronouns we go by, and even the way we talk/mannerisms we have. I feel this is furthermore saying how our sexualities are part of what makes us who we are. I know this can look different for everyone, which is why sexuality is so important for people to be able to express and show their truest selves. Other ways we see gender, race, and ethnicity impact our sexualities is through sexual scripts. Sexual scripts are the same as other behaviors in the sense that we learn it and shape what it means to us based on our values. It is described as the social and cultural blueprint we use to create/express in a romantic situation. We see sexualities all around us, and depending on gender, race, or ethnicity, we are exposed to more or less sexual identities than others. Moreover, no matter what we are exposed to, we still have our own beliefs and feelings that guide our sexual interactions. Ways we see sexual identities today are by the many different identifications we have now for various sexual identities, some of them being pansexual, bisexual, asexual, etc., as well as seeing more various sexualities within movies, books, and shows. It used to be hard to find a show, movie, or book with characters of different sexual identity, and now we have a variety to choose from, even though there could be more. Overall, society is embracing comfort, openness, and a safe space for sexuality increasingly each day. Question 2. Discuss the definition of sexual fluidity by Budnick. What do you think is the impact of their research? Do you think their research rings true for the MTSU campus, or do you see differences? I think the impact of Budnick's research is extremely important and is a huge deal for all women in their sexuality. I feel like the research further coincides with sexual scripts and shows that sexuality is shaped by many things such as experiences, race, class, etc. I know this is true because one of the studies showed that early motherhood limited some women in finding their sexual identity, whereas others use sexual friendship to explore sexuality in emerging adulthood. Sexual fluidity is described in the article as the concept that sexual desire can be specific or change over time. They talk about how women's transition into adulthood/college age is a time where many women explore sexual desires and may experiment sexually with other women whether they are lesbian or not, as well as the huge impact early motherhood has on many women and how they don't typically get to explore their sexuality as much, thus going into sexual friendships and how this is a great way that women can explore but not be in a relationship. I think this research is definitely true not only for the MTSU campus but many other campuses as well. A lot of women I've known experiment and many have most likely kissed a girl. I know women who used to explore sexuality quite often, and one even ended up getting pregnant and staying with the dad still to this day. The research is consistent with what I see in many settings. Moreover, the part about women of college age in the party scene kissing girls for fun and to experiment sexually, because I've seen people do this in many situations before. Thank you guys. That's all.